Welcome back to MTFC TV. During this time is Youth Development Coach James Holmes. Holmesy, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you. Shall we kick things off? Talk about the Under-21's victory in the most elongated cup name-wise I think I've ever seen.
Yep.
6-5 on penalties. What were your thoughts on the game as a whole?
Listen, it was our first cup game against a well-structured Sherwood side. Cup finalists last year, league champions last year, so it was a good test for us. I'm glad we came out on top, but it was just really setting a precedent for what we want to achieve for the season. That's to be as competitive as possible.
And we've said previously, I know the lads are still finding their feet. It's still a very new group, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Of course, yeah, we're constantly recruiting, and that's not because we're lacking players. It's because, as I spoke about last time, the dual registrations, we can't expect players to play Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday each week. So it's about managing game times for these young men. And again, these partnerships we have created, trying to stay true to them and let the lads prioritise senior football, which will hopefully kick on their careers.
What I really like when I've spoke to you off camera is that you've always spoke about developing the player, but you're also hungry to develop the person.
Of course,
these are young men, and it's important. We don't want to be one of those clubs who, if we decide a player isn't good enough, that just cuts ties. That's it.
Yeah. So again, like you said, it's holistic. It's about developing the person, creating these links with various clubs in and around the region. So at least if players come into our system, we can offer them some form of football, be that weekend or midweek. And again, yeah, it's all about minutes on the pitch for these young lads. And if we can help be the catalyst to keep them engaged and keep them participating in football, I think we've done our job.
And I think we've had a few supporters who have said, why aren't we rushing under-21s to the first year? I think it's, as you've said previously, it's a case of steadily bringing them through and letting them find their feet.
Yeah, of course, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. We don't want to throw people in the deep end. Again, these are still very young men. Our first team level is very competitive. I'm sure the fans who come and see that every week know it's not about just forcing people in, it's about easing them in, baby steps, and we don't want to kill the young lads before they've even started their careers. So again, it's about that nurturing and developing of the individual as a footballer, but the individual as a person as well. So it might look frustrating that we're not maybe bearing fruits straight away, but what we've got to understand is that a lot of our boys are playing senior football at a very good level. So again, it was only a matter of time before these boys start creeping through.
I think as well, we've seen first team manager Martin Crosby seems really supportive
of course.
Of the 21s. We've seen him cherry pick a few. You and Cats come in, Mason Brunnens had highlights. Is it great to have that link with the first team?
Yeah, it's essentially what we need. There's no point having a 21s if it's not going to link into the first team. I think many clubs in and around the region have reserve side, development sides, 21 sides as a bit of a gimmick. I didn't want to be that gimmick. I wanted our boys to come into a 21 side and look to develop to, one, yes, progress into our first team and beyond, but secondly, be that, as I keep saying, that pathway to other senior football sides. And that's what we're going to continue to do. I did speak about being competitive, but the onus isn't on winning. It's about developing these players. And like I say, if we can feed the first team and give Martin a couple of players before the end of the season, I'll consider that a successful season.
I know we've been very hush with details. Of course, wanting to get under 21 side on. Of course, very aware of their age and very aware of having a duty of care for them.
Yep.
But when is the first time supporters can come down to the Practical Stadium and see the under 21s in action?
Okay, in about a fortnight's time, we've got Notts County down here. So again, details will be given on them soon. But like I say, we've played quite a few away games, which is one of those things. You never know sort of what the fixture list is going to give you, but it means we've got a backlog of home games to play. So yeah, supporters who want to come down will be able to.
Yeah, it'd be great to see this place packed out. I know it'll mean a lot to the lads, and it'll mean a lot to yourself.
100%, yeah. I mean, we talk about one club, one community, and it'd be great to see as many people down here as possible getting behind the boys.
Thank you for your time, James.
Perfect, James.